when I had Adam Rodriguez on. Adam was one of my favorite people that I've talked to. I got a chance to meet Adam in Texas earlier this year at the Meta Summit from Metaplexus, and his story of his life and what he's created with his company, but just overall in his life, from his time in the military, from his early on stages in life. It is one of the most inspiring stories I've heard from a human being. And I think that was episode 152, if you want to reference that and go back and listen to it. But what he talked about, which really hit me, was quality focus trumps quantity of activity. And for the context on that is Adam is he's a veteran. He was in combat. He suffered a traumatic brain injury, and where when he came home, he suffered from a lot of different ailments: depression, suicidal thoughts, and this went on for years. I think it was like 12, 13 years that this happened. During the time, though, he was starting new businesses, he was going into new ventures, and he is a smart guy, a very passionate guy. So he succeeds in everything that he puts his mind to. But he kept having these moments of, he would go full force, 24/7 for a month or a couple months, and then his body would start to shut down, his mind would start to shut down, and he would have to revert all the way back where he couldn't get out of bed. Like, it was physically painful, and he could not work anymore at this time. So finally he went to a doctor to see this again. He went through a lot of different medicinal journeys, but found out that with this TBI is he can only focus for a few hours a day at the most. Otherwise, this spiraling effect is just going to keep happening to him. So he talked about his time when he started building his company, where he could only work for a small block of time, 3, maybe 4 hours in the morning every day. And for a guy who was used to working all day, every day, and putting 100% effort in throughout the entire, day, dusk till dawn, it was a hard challenge. But he started to see people would change their schedules to make sure that they got in, and he kept that block of time what it was a non-negotiable for him. And what he's done now with his business with Metaplexus, and in the first year being a $5 million company, and continuing to go upwards and onwards from there, is in that few hours a day, he knows okay, this is my only time I can work today. I have to have an intense focus and get everything that I need to done in that time. But what we realize is how much you can get done when you focus in that short period of time. And it just made me think there's so many different lessons that you can learn from that. That's why I think specific training like kettlebell training is so powerful, because you can get a lot done in a short period of time when you really focus in. Going back to what I talked about with doing your best, setting up your environment so that you eliminate distractions. You're doing exactly what you need to do at that time. And I remember my former friend, we were talking about this with writing. It's oftentimes how long something takes you to do is about how much time you allow it to take in order to do. If you need to write something out in 15 minutes, you'll get it done in 15 minutes because that's the only time you have. And you eliminate everything else and you just put, blinders on and you get that done. Adam's example of this, of only being able to work for 3-4 hours a day, was so powerful. And how many of us are going through our entire days kind of feeling like we've done so much during the day, what in reality it's half focused and it's half-assed. So you can actually probably get all of what you actually accomplished done in 8 to 10 hours done in 3 or 4 hours. And it's just another beautiful example from Adam of how much focus, the quality of how you can focus, is such a skill set that you can continually develop on. I know that's something that personally I'm working on more and more. I'd rather just really focus in for a few hours a day and then just let my mind just open up. I feel better during that time. It allows me to be more free in my life and do all the things that I love and enjoy from there. So I encourage you to go back, listen to Adam on that one as well, because oftentimes if you can eliminate a little bit more distractions and put a little bit more quality into your focus, you're going to realize you're getting a lot more good stuff done in a short period of time. All right, so with that, let's close it out. Thanks so much, guys, for listening. Appreciate it. Can't wait to jump on here and talk to you again soon. And have a good one. Talk to you soon. Peace.